That's so annoying. It did that last night, and just now it just totally froze. My computer never really does that. I've never had problems like that. And that's so frustrating and annoying. Okay. Did it just freeze me, obviously, on you guys?
Yeah, it was. We were chatting, and it just went. You were like,
Does the freaking closed or open frame, last frame open mouth? Yes. Yeah. Okay.
But we had a good chat while you're gone. You know what? The silver lining for me is I no longer hear my echo. Like when I was telling my epic day story, I was hearing myself talk, so it was really it was
Oh,
driving me
okay.
nuts.
Well,
But
maybe we're
now
good now.
now
It's
I
good. You
sound
don't hear your echo now then still?
no, I don't hear it no more. We're better.
Okay. Well, maybe we needed that hard reset to fix everything.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh. Okay, what were we just talking about? I got mad there when it froze. Oh, about casting, right?
yeah. So when you're like, when you like, even when you're doing like for streamers, like when you're casting on your front cast, you don't want it to hit, but
Right.
on the back, like when you go to pull it off, right? So what you do is when you go to pull it off the water, you'll load the rod, right? And
Right.
then you go forward, backward, pitch it.
Okay. So basically load from the back behind you is what you're emphasizing on.
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
okay, that
Or
makes more
even if
sense.
you like, if it's in front of you, obviously, right? Like if it's in front of you and you're pulling it off the water, because technically that's where it's going to be. You're going to be pulling it off the front of the water in front of
Yeah.
you, and then that's your water load, which gives you your back cast. And then you can, at that point, if you have enough momentum, you can just pitch it, and it'll take most of your line out.
Okay. Yeah, I noticed that
Right?
with the bigger pike ones, you could really get it out there
Oh
because
yeah,
it worked out so easy. Like I just drifted down the side of the weed bed or whatever and just like cast in and reel it in a little bit, and then that was fun though when I did that.
yeah,
Oh god,
yeah,
I that little bit of casting last night. We all went to the playground there, and the kids ran around. I think I cast for I don't know, like 15, 20 minutes, because then everybody wanted to go for ice cream. So I'm like, I want to
yeah.
cast more. So, but yeah, a little bit of feeling back or whatever. Yeah, I should have actually got Kara to video me like for like steady shots for like 30 seconds, and you could watch it. But next time, I
Yeah.
guess, or whatever.
Next time you get it though, and when you send it like over WhatsApp, because I can see it better.
Oh, can you? Okay,
When you, because you must have an iPhone.
I do. Oh, you got a Samsung, don't you?
Yeah, so when you
Oh,
send it to me, I get
I know.
this
My
little
mom has a
condensed
Samsung when we
screen.
send videos back and forth. It's like 480. It's so bad.
Yeah.
It's so bad. Oh. Tell us more about your day then, Brian. What was that? Did you get a PB with anything then? Or what all did you catch? And was it bass pretty much the whole day or what?
Pretty much bass the whole day. I didn't have any PBs. I caught most of the fish were pretty decent size, to be honest. Like most of them were like 15, 16 inches. I caught a couple that were like 18 inches, like 3.5 pound bass. Um, I snagged a pumpkin seed by accident. I don't know if you guys get pumpkin seed up there, like a kind of like a bluegill, but
They're
prettier
pretty
color
fish.
on
Yep.
it.
They're cool looking things.
And then I also snagged by accident. I snagged a bowfin, and that was crazy.
Oh, that's
Really?
cool.
Yeah, I didn't know I snagged a bowfin. All of a sudden, I've been catching decent bass all day, and all of a sudden, you know, I set the hook. I feel the weight, set the hook, and that line just screamed straight away from me,
Oh, it's a rude awakening to
just
scare you.
just peeling, and I'm like,
Hook them in the
oh my
butt.
god! What do I got? And then it was a great fight. I tightened my drag up a little bit. Great fight. And then I'm like, what do I got? And I'm like, oh, no wonder I snagged a bowfin. Anytime you snag a fish, you get a better fight because
Yeah.
it's not pulling away. It's got all its energy.
Yeah.
And, so yeah, I snagged that. It wasn't even that big of a bowfin. It was only like I don't know, maybe like 13, 14 inches long. It wasn't big. Well, no longer than that, but
Yeah.
maybe like 17 inches. But um,
That's crazy.
yeah,
I
it was
think I've
great.
only snagged one fish in a trout pond. Well, maybe it's a couple years ago now, but I thought it was twice the size when you got it in. I'm like, I don't know what I have. It's freaking pulling so hard, and you get it in. It was about a 12 or 13 too, I think.
Yep. Oh, I think we lost Jason.
Everyone's having internet problems. Hang on.
Yeah. The biggest fish I ever caught, or not caught, but snagged. I was it 2 years ago? I think it was about 2 years ago. I was on Lake St. Clair, and I snagged. I didn't know it at the time, but I snagged a 10-pound catfish right in the tail.
Oh man,
And
especially
when
a
I
catfish.
I felt that weight, and I got a great video of it too. and I set that hook, and my drag was it wasn't really loose, not that bad, and that line was just like wee 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 wee,
Yeah.
just
Sounds crazy.
wet. I'm like, what do I got? I thought like I hooked into a sturgeon because we have sturgeon.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, I hooked into like a 60-pound sturgeon or something.
That's
But
nuts.
I was a 10-pound catfish. So
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, it's crazy. Freaking. You know what's crazy? It must just timing for that fish. If it just misses it and you just snag it, but it has. That's like it's only happened once to me over the years, but that's about it.
yeah, that one was on when I snagged the catfish. That was on like a big, like a swim bait with a big exposed, big exposed hook. It wasn't,
Okay.
So that catfish was probably just chilling, doing something down under the bottom, and I got him.
This fish. Yeah. What is he thinking?
Yeah.
This bait fish got him and taking him for a ride. Oh man, that's nuts.
That day today though, it was just everything went right. Oh, then I'm taking the ferry back. Like there's a ferry that goes back and forth between the island, and like as soon as I pull up, the ferry's coming back and unloading. Like sometimes you might have to wait for the ferry. I'm like,
Right.
Everything's working out. I should have bought a lotto ticket on the way home. Everything.
Oh
so
no,
well.
no kidding. Hey,
Right?
win some money too. Man, you should. Are you gonna make that into like 2 videos? And if you have so much, Matt, just make 2 super short videos or whatever. Cut it in half.
All right. This is where I feel kind of stupid. So I'm out there for the longest time. Like I'm not joking. Like it was almost not. I wasn't getting just tired of catching, but I'm not joking. It was like every catch or every cast, right? So after a while, I was kind of just like,
yeah,
I wasn't as exciting, I'm like, and so I'm out there for like it's got to be like I'm going on like 2 hours at the time, and I'm like, what am I doing? I could be like making some, breaking this into individual videos, right?
Yeah, I've done that a couple times in videos too.
I'm not gonna put it all in one, right? So I'm just not. It's gonna be too boring. And I'm not gonna put like 150 bass catchers. Who cares? So I'm out there and I start shooting intros for other stuff like better ways or how to better catch fish on the dark sleeper. So I go back to like I put the dark sleeper away,
Mm-hmm.
and I do an intro and I'm talking about it, and I'm talking about this knowing I'm probably going to catch a fish, right?
Yeah, it works out even better for you.
So I'm looking like a freaking genius, right? I'm like, all right, guys, when you're fishing for smallmouth and targeting them, you might want to drag this dark sleeper on the bottom, whereas for largemouth, you want to keep it slightly above the cover like that, and then it's like, there's another fish. So I'm looking like a damn. You'll see because I'm gonna put out videos like this.
Yeah.
I'm looking like
works out. That's good though.
Like a genius. So like I did one for like the dark sleeper. I think I did one for like lipless crankbaits.
Yeah. I seen that. That's the one I seen. I watched a little bit of your live. I was in the garage or whatever, so I looked for a little bit, and I think you were just messing around with that one because I know you had a lipless crankbait or whatever on. I've seen that little part, but
yeah, and so like, and then the best one out of like, I probably broke it up into like 4. Oh, and then I did like a top water day. It got a little warmer out, so I took off my. I'd been wearing a hoodie a whole day.
Yeah, you got to change it up a little bit so you look different. You come out for different times.
All these other videos, it's going to be obvious. I'm in the same spot. I got the same.
It doesn't even matter though. Like it doesn't matter regardless.
Like
if you
my sleeve, this blue sleeve was kind of coming out the bottom of my hoodie on. It's going to be obvious. It's me the same day, but hopefully newer people.
I don't think it's as obvious as you think. Because look at me in all my ice fishing videos. I'm wearing the same stuff. If the temperature's the same, you'd never know some days. I mean, I wouldn't even worry about that.
On the top water part, I was hot, so the weather got warmer. I took it off, but for most of the day it was kind of chilly. But what was I getting at? So the best one out of all these ones I break up, right? I'm breaking up all these videos, and I go back to that drop shot with the Ned rig on the bottom. I'd put that away as well, but I'm like talking about how double your chances with the drop shot and the Ned rig, and so I cast it out first cast once I decided to
before you even set the bail
and do an intro. First cast out there, I'd already caught one earlier with the 1 or 2 earlier, but now I'm breaking this down. I'm sounding smart, and I got a fish shot, of course, first cast on it. I'm like, well, it's probably on the it's probably with all this cover, it probably hit the drop shot, not the Ned rig. And that's when I pull up on the first cast, the 2 fish, one on the top, one on the bottom. I'm freaking out,
That's crazy to get to. Hey, that one.
I've never done it.
You
Ever.
should definitely. You could clip so much stuff out of there and make shorts out of that too, especially the double bass.
Right.
That would be so cool.
Yeah, I'm definitely doing that.
Yeah. And it's such a bonus, hey, when you're out for so long and you have such a good day to make. I've done that a few times to make a couple videos into one day, and it saves you like fuel time and everything. So you got like 2 weeks worth of videos instead of 1 week or whatever you're posting.
Jason's back. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Like, I think what I'm going to do is kind of what I just told you with those little ones, like the individual ones, but I'm still going to do like a to be continued on a normal day of fishing until until I started making my condensed ones. So
that's a bonus. Good days like that makes it worth it. Hey, it's such a good feeling too, and all you do is catch fish. I don't even care the size half the day. Like if you're catching whatever size, it's just as fun. It doesn't matter. Hey, right. Sean.
Numbers days can be real fun.
Our internets are crashing. That's what's going on. Mine crashed the first time, and then Jason's. Was your internet went down, or was it just your power bump? Or something?
my internet just stopped.
It's bad. It rubbed off from me to you then.
Yeah. I was just praising it.
That sucks.
Oh, England. Sean's here from England Spiders. I didn't see him. Hey, Sean.
Just now, yeah, you got in.
I don't know if he did. He typed something though. That's cool.
Yeah, we just need your internet to go down now. Brian, it's your turn.
Yeah, right.
It does for me though. We lose everybody.
Oh, by the way, do you guys follow or watch Bogley's Keeping It Real?
Yeah.
So like I even today, he gave me a lure with his little decal on it. He either gave it to me last year or 2 years ago. So while I was out there on one of my live segments, Chris jumped on. He's like, hey, watching right now. I'm like, oh, I still have your lure. I've never thrown it because I haven't gone to Harson's in a while. I don't really want to throw it in like deep water in Lake St. Clair. So I put his lure on. I caught like 3 in a row with the Bogley.
That's great.
And now I'm never going to probably use it again. I just wanted to catch a fish on it. And then kind of, it's kind of cool.
You don't want to lose something like that. Kind of a keepsake.
No, it's like it's like a nice memento. Like the whole community thing of like we're not making like boatloads of money here. It's kind of like more of the community thing for now. Hopefully,
I agree. Yeah,
maybe one day blow up, but for now it's a community thing. And so I caught a couple fish, and I'm taking that off and putting it somewhere special. And I don't want a pike to break me off or get that thing stuck on the damn rock.
Yeah. That's like I got my bucket in the garage still. It's my 5-gallon pail. It's completely plastered with stickers now. I have like no room. I'll keep putting them on and over the other ones. Like they show as much as you can, but it's cool when you get your whole pail full of everybody's stickers.
Yep. Yeah. I right now I only got yours. I think yours and Joe's on it. I need to put more on though. Like I mainly want. At first I was going to keep it for guys who actually did like ice fishing, but I don't know enough guys to do ice fishing, so like I'll start putting all the other channels on it.
Yeah, that's all right. I think
I still don't have stickers 3 years later. By the way,
it doesn't matter. Whatever.
Such a bum.
Yeah. No judgment. It doesn't matter, man. Who cares?
The channel's finally making a little bit of money. I should just put some of that into some stickers.
At least when you ship stickers, it's pretty cheap. At least for postage, anyways, because postage is insane where I'm at. To ship it to like Ontario, a regular package for something like 6x6x6, it's like $40 for some stuff. It's a lot of money. And across the province, sometimes it's like 20, 25. It's for like a little box and their little fuel surcharge and everything. It's a lot of money.
Crazy.
Yeah. But Sean say, it is great that you could do that with the lure from Chris. Great story. Yeah, that is cool. What else? I don't think I sent you one yet.
I never got one from Sean. It's okay though. Oh, Northern Girl's in here too.
Hey, Northern Girl. Yeah. I got the first time I got the lures made because I seen when Sean did it. Actually, he got his custom made lures with Len Thompson with the spiders and everything. I thought that was cool. So then when I got to my 1,000 or whatever, I think I got 11 made of my logo or whatever. But I have like 4 or 5 left. I think I gave some out, and then I don't really want to use them because they're like $12 to get your logo on. I'd rather just look at them or give them away or something.
Right.
I still have.
I think I still got them right here. They're close by. Some of them, I got the smallest ones I could. I think with number 8. I wanted to get 7s and 6s for Trout, but that's the smallest one they could do at the time. With the logo.
Nice.
Then Sean got the black. His first ones, he gets a couple different styles, I think. It was the black Sean and then the white spider, I think.
I have the black one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because then he changed the style up, didn't he? Once or twice, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Like he had that. I mean, I do like it. I love his old school design that he currently still uses. But I think was it his son? Was it did his son or somebody else?
Like his daughter does the logo
daughter,
or the decals and artwork,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, it wasn't Kieran. It was his daughter. I forgot his
Yeah.
daughter's.
I think she had an Etsy too. He put a link and everything to get it. Yep, yeah, it is correct. Number 2, Lynn Thompson. I didn't want to use Bogley again. Northern Girl. I'm reading. I don't have to read yours, I guess, Brian. I just said that. What state are you in for that crazy shipping? Oh, we're in Saskatchewan, Canada. Washington is alleged
No
crazy to
state.
ship to
We're in a
Canada.
province.
Oh, it's crazy too. When I ship some stuff across to the States, it's cheaper to go like 2 or 3 states south than me to ship it north in the same province. It blows my
Canada's
mind.
retarded.
It's so crooked for shipping. It makes you so mad. Yeah. And everybody's used to like free shipping Jeff Bezos. Sorry, I can't do that. I'm not Amazon Prime. I'm Cody. Pay shipping.
Cody
Sorry.
Prime.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's crazy to ship something cheaper south across the line than in the same province north, and it costs more. It's a lot. What else were we going to talk about other than, I guess, Brian had a good day. That's pretty cool. Cody, I still want to get out. Half of my fonts gets covered. I got to look at the other screen. Cody, I still want to get out fishing with you at some point. Yeah. Well, we should all even meet up sometime. We're going to go west eventually. Or Jason and I are trying to make some dates to go fishing. I'm not sure when exactly yet, but that'd be fun. And there's those trout.
Did you get your are you about to launch your little kayak program there, or is that like top secret?
No, it's not. It's go. Yeah, I haven't started or finished that yet. I have to go and go seeding here pretty soon, so I won't be for a while because it's getting dry here too with the weather. Other than the slow snow that's coming now,
Right.
so that's kind of delayed, I guess. But whatever.
You just got the one, or did you get a couple?
The two missions.
Well, the one was like did you fix that one? The one
Oh,
that
the
had
blue that Axiom one. Yeah, that one I still have to fix that hole in the bottom. I haven't touched that. It's still sitting in the garage. It's I showed you a picture. It's like
It's now a paperweight.
what's that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
looks
pretty much now.
looks like somebody hit it with a forklift in the warehouse.
It's 100% a forklift. You can see how it skidded up a little bit and just punctured it a little. And then because the kayak is brand new, like everything's still in the case and everything, but it's just from probably in the storage they're moving it around, popped a hole in it. But price is right, so I think we should be able to fix it. We'll find out, or I'll sink one of the two. What's gonna work or it's not gonna. I watched a lot of videos on plastic welding. It's just HDPE. You have to match the plastic, and every 5-gallon pail is the same material, so it shouldn't be that bad. I just have to do it. Northern Girls. We're in a club for angling. April. It's a tad painful to watch. I haven't really done any collabs for like other. I go out with buddies now that like to be on camera and fish with me, but as far as somebody else who films, I haven't done that yet.
How many who do you have around you?
That does what I do, like
No.
for the filming. Nobody, no one at all.
Yeah.
It's just I got some guys that'll come out fishing with me and be on camera. They're all right with that. But as far as anybody else, not really. There's a couple guys that used to do YouTube that are in town, but they don't do it anymore. Or they do something else like shed hunting only and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you? Do you have guys close? I guess you're fairly close to Sean.
Yeah,
And
I
well,
have
Brian goes
I
with
have I
Luke.
have a few up here, but honestly, it's tough. I've like Hui was the one I fished with the most,
Oh yeah,
but he's
gone
moved.
now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I missed him this winter.
I bet. Hey,
Yeah,
you guys are a good team on the ice. The filming, you guys, you can tell when people just mesh with each other too on videos and stuff. It's like back and forth. There's no awkward points or anything. It's just funny.
But like I remember the first video we did together, it was crazy. And we had it like that was the tiger trout one. I caught a couple tiger trout and he caught some decent rainbows or whatever, and I lost that massive one. And that was the first time we actually met and fished together. And it
Oh, really?
was
Hey.
yeah, it was. And it was like it was fun. Like and we fished a lot. So this winter like he was gone, so like everyone like some of the guys, one of my buddies just had a kid, and Broden is busy with work and Lou
Yeah.
stuff and
The hardest is to make time because if you're busy or not busy, sometimes the other person will be.
yeah. Like I usually try to do is like at the beginning of each season, I'm like, hey, like I try to like if I got some buddies who will do it with, I'd be like, hey, what are your goals for this summer? Like what do you want to go after? Or does anyone want to like plan some trips so that we can like make time to do it? But
Right?
that seems to be a struggle too. And I'm just like, well, I'm gonna go fishing. If everyone wants to join me, then here's where I'll be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. But I do have a few people. But
It makes for a better video sometimes too, just more people communication.
it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jess is kind of the comic relief half the time. She helps. She does pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, half of the people that the fish with me the most are my kids.
Yeah.
But that's fine.
Yeah. No, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't live very far, Brian, from Luke, do you? Hey, like, do you guys always team up quite a bit?
Yeah, we've been doing that quite a bit lately. He lives probably about, I don't know, half an hour, 40 minutes away from me. He's out in Oakland County. I'm more on the east side in Macomb County. But yeah, but we fish together, but we don't really. I mean, sometimes he'll be in my shot or whatever, but we don't really collab when we're out on the water that much.
Oh, you guys got beef. My spot, my fish. I'm just joking.
Beef, but,
Casting at each other.
Gas the
No
big
beef.
hooks, yeah, at each other.
yeah, no beef, but it's just like, I mean, I've done collabs before with other people, stuff like that. It's just, I don't know, I don't know, it's just easier. Just I can't even talk.
It's
But
okay. That's like me half the time. A lot of shit comes out, doesn't make sense.
Yeah, if he's in the video, he is. If he's not, he's not. You know, if I'm fishing with anybody like him or Joe Nage or whatever, I'll usually mention that I'm out there. I'll try to put him in a shot,
Yeah.
During the intro, something like that. And then if they make their way throughout the video, they do.
Yeah.
But if not, they don't. Now, I did before I did this live today, I did 3 lives today because about a week ago, I did a live for 2 hours. Look at the bush.
I know, I'm just showing it again. Keep talking. Some people haven't seen the new updated one
Showing
here.
us his bush.
Yeah.
I did a live.
Jason likes the bush.
I did a live. I did a live last week, and I did for 2 hours. And then I think it was because it was so long, it was having trouble uploading to YouTube after I was done shooting it.
Okay.
But Luke, so I don't have any footage of that, and I wish I did because I wanted to go back and read some of the comments I may have missed, like the live comments. But Lucas was in there a lot because, like, you obviously can't watch it; it's not on there anymore. But I shot a live for 2 hours, and I caught 0 fish. All right, like I caught some fish before, I caught some after, but for 2 hours, it was the exact opposite of the day. I caught 0 fish. But meanwhile, Lucas was there, pretty close to me. A lot of times, like darn near in the shot. Well, my angle's low, but I would pick up the phone to show him, and he's catching fish left after right. Of course, he has forward-facing sonar, which I think is absolute cheating. But
it is a cheating way. Oh God, I like it. I still want it,
you.
but it's cheating regardless.
I was just saying, I hope he's on here. He's probably not though. He's up. What day is it? He's up right now. He might be live.
Shh, quiet. Shh.
But
just sign it.
I always joke it's cheating because before he got that, I'd say we were pretty equal. He's maybe a little bit better fisherman, but there were days I'd outfish him a little bit.
Right.
He'd outfish me a little bit, but we're always really close. It was kind of nice. That's one nice thing about fishing with him. We're kind of close in talent. He's obviously way more experienced. He goes for way more different species. But when it came to bass, we were close. But now it's not close at all. Every time we go out there, he catches 3 times as many fish at least. So
Yeah. Yeah.
so he took over my live stream last time. Went out. That collab went really well for him. I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, check out Lucas's channel. He knows how to catch fish. I suck. So
You know what? You're live. When I was in the garage too, I checked, or I was just scrolling through music or whatever. Yours popped up. You had like 700 and some on your live. I think at that one point it was doing really well.
yeah, the first two,
Second one, right? It was the
the
second
first
one.
the first two did okay, but the third one is the one that popped off, and that's also the one where I caught the most fish, so it makes sense.
Yeah, she pushing her out. That's good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where I fished, I don't really have any good areas like for service. It's always in like little dips or something. I'd never be able to do that.
I was very surprised I was able to do it. In fact, I think on the very first one, I got some bug flying around. On the very first one, I caught a fish, and that's when I started my live. Like I caught it, I was holding it. I'm like, okay, I'm going to start my live, and then I caught a second fish on my third cast, and then I looked down at my live, and it says like something about the service, and I'm
Yeah.
sure it froze, right? And I'm like, dang it, But after that,
You
I
let
had
an
no.
F-bomb go? I never
I-
heard it.
But after that, I
Lives,
had-
got to be careful. You can't take it back.
Yeah, I had no issue after that though. I was surprised because I'm out on the island. It's pretty remote out there. So, but I had no problem, and I really enjoy doing that. As long as there's not other people around me, that's something I've really enjoyed. I can communicate, and I guess with this, I didn't start doing this because Lucas said it, but he said something like with vertical streaming or vertical live streaming, that's kind of like a new thing for YouTube. So
It's huge, man.
they're gonna put. And that's not why I'm doing it. Like I mentioned last year, I was considering doing live fishing. Until I got this kayak, I didn't know how to do it. But on this kayak, on that front part where I put the battery, it's
Yeah.
got the perfect spot for a cell phone. It's got a little strap and everything.
Oh, nice.
I think it's designed to do that.
Probably with everyone mobile and technology now, everyone brings their
If you
phone.
saw, like when I put my phone in there, I'm perfectly centered. I don't
Yeah.
have to do.
Yeah, vertical is huge.
So, like, I really like it. Said I got like 700 people on there. I'm sure I got some subscribers. I haven't looked at the analytics of it yet,
Yeah.
but I'm sure people enjoy that. And,
Oh, for sure. Especially if you're fishing
yeah.
in an area like that everyone wants to fish too, or they're interested in that area too. I mean, it makes
I'm
a
not-
big difference.
Now on like the YouTuber side, I don't know if that counts for views or if it counts
Yeah.
for
It does. Live still do. Yep.
Yep.
or like I don't know if that's something that can be monetized or something like that.
You
but
can
I don't-
still make. It's the same thing. You can make money off it and get your hours and views and everything on lives.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, like if you can monetize it or put ads or any of that kind of stuff, I'm not even interested in that. It's just kind of fun. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, like-
It's huge, man. Just like TikTok. It's on YouTube analytics right now. Like there's 57 billion daily views on shorts alone. Like it's just massive. If you're silly not to like do something with it. Even if you do or don't like it. At least if anything, like even if you're not doing lives, like take your best stuff out of your long content and make it into a short. I do that with mine. I put zero work into my shorts because I don't care, but putting something up is sometimes okay. I'm not going to sit there and film a video on shorts and edit it.
I kind of stopped doing them because I found that they took my watch time and all that stuff because people are just watching like the shorts.
Well,
I
some
found
people,
that-
yeah.
My long form content went down dramatically, and my long form like the content I put out usually, I get a lot of watch time hours on it usually.
I've heard mixed reviews on that. I've heard
Yeah.
some YouTubers like big time. I'm talking people with millions.
Yeah, Maple, it's a lot.
Yeah.
I saw like a couple of them said like unless you really know what you're doing and like if you're a long form content creator, do not make shorts. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
like unless you know how to mix it perfectly or you know what you're doing,
Yeah.
because some of these long, like not like us, but these guys that have making lots of money, got tons of hours. They said that when some of them, like even they didn't know what they were doing with shorts, and when they started creating shorts, like Jason said, yeah, their views on shorts went up, but their long form content went drastically down right when they started doing it. So
And it was cutting right into their budgets too.
I don't know. They said some people know how to do it and they do it right.
Yeah.
I feel I just don't like doing them, and so that's why I don't really do them anymore.
Yeah.
If I do something I think is really creative, I don't even care if it kills my channel a little bit. Like if I do something, like if I got something good that would be a good short and I like it, like I don't care. I'll just post it. You know, I did
Post it
like
if you
when
like doing it. That's kind of the end of it. Just do it because you
like
like doing it.
like when
Really.
the side of my ice hub blew in from the wind and it, you know, it created like this big ruckus. I'm like, I'm not going to do a huge video on my tent blown in, but it was great for short, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
just stuff.
Yeah. I was getting subscribers when I was doing them because I went for a month where I posted one every day for a month. And I was getting subscribers, like some stuffs were doing okay, it was fine. But then anyone was just watching all the shorts then because you're getting different type of people.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't give a shit about the shorts. Like I don't care. I would much rather put time into my long form stuff and make my videos and put all the fancy stuff like I do. I would much rather do that than take 10 minutes and do it. Like
Yeah.
I don't like it. I tried it
Oh,
I did it
really?
for like 3 or
Oh,
4
I
months
think
and I
I'm the
don't
opposite
like
of you
it.
guys. I still like doing them, but I don't put much work into it. I've found that, and people have said too, that if they're saying they're trying to make like a long form content channel, you shouldn't do like shorts. And what they mean half the time is don't put all your work into shorts because you're not gonna have enough time to allocate to long. But I still
Yeah.
do both, but I don't put much work into my shorts. I still like doing them, and I still like doing random like little silly videos and ripping stuff out of your long content. I still like doing that. But I mean, I can see how if you try to put most of your time into like long content, don't try and do like just as much time in your shorts. Probably that's probably not a good idea. But I just kind of scattered around my shorts and have fun with those, but still more into long content. But I haven't really noticed very much difference from posting both for me. But I've heard both stories. I've heard lots of people saying exactly what you guys are saying, and then guys that say the opposite, that they haven't affected or whatever else. But yeah, at the end of the day, they're gonna watch you for whoever. If you probably join for shorts, probably gonna watch shorts. And if you get if you get 100 people to watch your shorts, if one guy goes a subscriber, it's a win, I guess. If not, whatever. I still like doing both, so I don't know.
Yeah.
That's my take on it.
I got quite a few, but
yeah.
Like I'll watch some of you, like Cody, like you do a lot of shorts. I'll watch some of them, but shorts aren't my favorite. I'm like Jason. Like I went to YouTube to like the long form.
Yeah.
I kind of bummed when it was kind of turning like almost like a TikTok or something like that because, you know, right when I was starting to get my views are picking up a little bit, that's when all the shorts happened. I'm like, oh man, right when I'm starting to get some traction, I felt like YouTube abandoned me by going to the shorts. So like I'll still watch shorts that you do, but I'm not. I rarely like. I'm not like motivated to go watch like every short you've ever done. Like I'll watch every long form content you guys do.
Right. Yeah.
But like I don't have like it sounds weird. I don't have the time to watch a short, but I just don't like watching all the short. It's funny because I'll jump on YouTube sometimes and I'll watch shorts for like a half an hour, but they're not fishing shorts. That's the funniest thing. I'll watch I'll sit there like, oh my god, I wasted an hour of my life watching.
Look back, you're scrolling TikTok too. It's like, oh my god, my eyes hurt. I need to blink and they're red and dry. Oh, one thing. Go ahead.
It could be police stuff and goofy things or car crash, and I'm like, well, I just wasted. But I won't do it for fishing. It's the weirdest thing.
Something you enjoy more.
I don't know why.
Did you know too? Just you maybe this food for thought too. Maybe you do know this. When you make your shorts, if you have like I just made that heater video or whatever, but then you can link like a related video from your short, so it auto links to your long form content. So if you're actually searching something and they like your short, they can go into the long content too. Because mostly like everyone's time is like whatever goldfish on YouTube or anywhere now.
Yeah.
So if they like watching a short, I'd rather watch a minute short about something I want to buy than a 10-minute one usually. But if I really like the short and I want to learn more about it, then I'll go to the long content. But everybody wants to watch something like as quick as they can and get as much information in a way. But that's some people though, not everybody.
I do click on the like for other channels. Like if I see something really interesting, I'm like, oh, I actually want to, you know, like they're like click on the link below to see the full video. I do click on those a bit, you know, quite a bit. I'm sure it works for your channel too.
Yeah. Interesting. That's something that we haven't talked about yet on the stream. Is that?
Yeah.
Worked out. We didn't plan it even. Yeah.
I did them for 6 months, and then I hated how my views were going.
It wasn't. You weren't just correlating it to like your subscribers saying if you gained like 1,000, your views didn't go up much more for your long content, and you think it actually went down? Okay, here's a question then.
Oh, what?
Can you go back and like, did you check your impressions and everything on your videos to see if it kept pushing it out and everything? You watch those, like your click through rate and impressions, like kind of watch to see if you can.
Yes. So hold on. Apollo, lie down. Lie down. Lie down. We got a new puppy.
Does it chase the cats?
Yeah, he does. But he's pretty good. He's a good dog.
Yeah, about impressions in it. You said were you watching those two at the same time?
Yes. So what I did at first is I did one of two things. I did for like 6 months I tried one of two things. For the first for 1 month all I did was go through back my other content and just create shorts out of them. And I did find for a little bit that I was starting to get more views on my content. And then my long form content. And then I took that stuff, you know how like you get those like that AI stuff and you can get in those like they put in the thing. So I tried some of that for a little bit too.
Right.
But when I was doing that wasn't linked to the episodes. So I was finding that there were some I was getting 3, 4, 10,000 views sometimes. I didn't get anything that went like super viral.
Right.
But like I watched a few and my long term tanked.
Right.
I was getting more subscribers, stuff like that. Like, but I was trying. I wasn't trying like super hard, but I was trying at least 3 to 4. A lot of people say that you need to put, if you really want to do well, that you got to put out like 3 a day.
Yeah, for sure. Lots at the start. That's when I first started doing shorts. Well, yeah, you have to have the time. But when I first started doing shorts, I think it was like 3 years ago. I think I was helping with Harvest, and I had all the long content, and I just did before I went to Harvest, that's what it was. I went and recorded like 50 shorts of when I doing all the hook videos of talking for like 15, 20 seconds. I did like 50 of them, I think, the one time. Then I just post them throughout the Harvest when I was helping, and then kind of stuff like that too. But then you'd notice near the end it would pick up a little bit more too. But yeah, consistently, you got to post a lot of shorts. Yeah, I don't post very many anymore. I post like a couple here and there, but whatever.
I haven't posted a short in probably over a year.
Yeah.
So yeah. I just stopped.
I know they switched a lot of things too, how they showed your content with long and short. And I think it relates what you guys are talking about when it first started. It's when everyone would click on your subscribe to your shorts, and then it would recommend all of your long content, and they didn't want to watch long content. They wanted to keep on your shorts. So that's why your impressions and click-through rate went completely down. So I know that's changed a little bit, but that's probably had a lot to do with it. So then it stopped recommending your videos out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I read a little bit on that stuff too. Do you watch a lot of like analytics channels and stuff? Do you follow a couple people like that?
Yeah, a couple. Sometimes I do.
Yeah, I have like probably 5 like people I always watch. I've watched them for like years. When I drive truck, I'd listen to them like all day. There's like 3 or 4. Think Media is a really good channel. That's really one. And there's a one called. Really good. You watched it? Yeah, Sean, and the podcast one too. And there's another one. He went on his own. He used to be on. I forget. It's like Nate something. I have him.
I watched one. I forgot the guy's name, but vidIQ.
Yeah, I watch him too. Oh, what's his name?
I find him funny too.
Yes.
Even if I already know what he's talking about,
Nick.
I find him hilarious. I watch him for the comedy factor sometimes. Yeah.
And Nate Black, another guy. I like listening to him. I'm just looking at it on my list because I forgot his name.
I used to watch a bunch of them, like when I was really starting off, and then after I'd been doing it for about a year, when like I wasn't struggling, but I thought I'm like I'm missing something here. So then I started watching a bunch of them, and they really helped, as far as
there's a lot there's a lot to learn. Holy man, it's a big curve.
Yeah, I mean, I still don't know everything, but after a while, like after I watch it for a while, someone would kind of do the same video over and over again.
It's regurgitate and spit out a different word. You can only watch so many new things. Once in a while you get a new video talking about something new, but it's essentially the same thing. Like how many videos do you see that say how to start a YouTube channel in 2024? If I was to start a YouTube channel this week, this is what I would do. It's just the same stuff over and over and over again when you get to a certain point. But I still watch them in case there is something new that comes up in them. But
I don't really watch once in a while. Maybe I will out of nowhere, but it's not like I don't watch them religiously like I used to. It's like I kind of like know everything, but I think I got a pretty good grasp now. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not an expert at it, but and I don't always have the time to do it. But I know what I should be doing, and I don't always have to watch them anymore.
Right. See you, Sean. He's heading there. Thanks for coming.
Yeah. The I will say the probably the out of all the little things I've tried, I think the most effective thing I've seen is timing of your videos throughout
Like,
the year.
yes. You know, I always think I should probably make an
the
extra
best
like
way.
ice fishing early ice one and save it for the next year, but I never do. Never.
I
And I
got
know
a
I
whole
should.
series.
And post it
I
as soon
was-
as you get in like a millimeter of ice, because everyone's gonna be searching
Yeah.
for it. Then you got this
Yeah, I've
ice
got-
fishing video.
I've got a 4-part series that's gonna come out next for first ice.
And it's already ready.
I gotta edit it, but I'll get.
Well,
to
at least
editing
you
it.
got something. I always
Yeah.
just send mine out as soon as I get them done, but I should keep some.
Filmed it like early season this year, but I had a couple of videos already. So I went out and I fished, and I didn't. I just kept them. It's just sitting there, and I was like, "That's gonna be next year's early ice
Yeah.
videos."
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a really good idea.
I have a perfect example of what you're talking about timing it. And like when you're talking about doing the early, the early video, like you have one already recorded. You want to be the first one to post it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So this guy near me, he's in Canada, but he's just on the other side of the border, just on the other side of Detroit. He's in Windsor, and his channel's Wind City Outdoors. Okay, and walleye fishing, you get views. Like if you do walleye fishing, like on the Detroit River, jigging for walleye, huge views, especially early, right? So
Yeah.
he did. Oh, sorry, I got a freaking bug flying in my car. He did a video to show you about being the first one, and not just slaying fish, but being the first one and how important it is. So check this out. He did a video. I'm looking it up now. He did a video. Let me 1 second. Oh, I'm sorry. I got the wrong guy on that. It's Buck Fishes is the other guy. He does the same thing. He bank fishes for walleye. And let me 1 second here. I'm sorry to
That's okay.
trail up here.
No pressure. Tick 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 tick.
All right, so he went out 5 days ago. He caught 8 fish and 6 casts, right? He slayed. So you think this video is going to be just phenomenal, right? And it did. It got 13,000 views, which is really good. But on the thumbnail, he's got all these fish laying around. You think this is going to be one everyone watch. Well, he went out fishing from the shore before anyone else. He has this 23-minute video where he fishes and catches 0 effing fish, all right? But
And still uploads it.
He went out way too early. He went out, the 23-minute video, no fish, jigging the shoreline. And I like this guy, but I mean, it was.
My God.
I hope he's not watching. It was garbage, right? 36,000 views because he was the first one. And like,
what's his title? Did he say that?
Timing.
Did he say he didn't catch
Timing and
anything?
titles.
What's the title and the thumbnail?
it's a picture of him kind of like holding the camera out of
Okay.
himself with the river behind him. Here, I'll kind of.
That's called clickbait. I bet his click-through rate and retention drops so goddamn bad.
I don't know if you
Yeah, it just goes like this.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could see that, but he don't get me wrong, he's got a good channel. He knows what he's doing. Really, I'm not knocking him because he's got a great channel. I learn a lot from watching him. But I was just going crazy because he posted a 23-minute video of nothingness.
Okay. Was he okay in the video though? Was he being pretty educational though? Because lots of people just want to learn stuff too. Remember?
I mean, kind
Maybe.
of, but it's just him jigging, and there's other guys on the neck. There's always other guys out there, and he's joking around. He's a cool guy, he's just a very friendly guy.
Yeah.
But I'm like, bro,
that gives me an idea for next ice fishing season. I'm gonna go out and break ice with my canoe.
I told him,
Go out
say Buck, I go
and go set up a tip up and then break ice and keep going across and set up another tip up.
Well, I told him I'm going to go out next year. I go, thanks for the idea. Next year I'm going to go out, 3 weeks before I really should on the Detroit River.
Oh,
Jig, do
yeah.
a 30-minute video and make like $1,000.
I'm gonna go out early ice when it's still open water. I'm really gonna fuck him up. They're not gonna figure it out.
No,
Get a picture of my auger in one hand and my jaw jackers, and there'll be open water behind me. Be like, yep.
I'll do a early ice fly fishing one.
Early ice fly fishing. That title alone, I would click on it. Well, that's gotta be something good. That's awesome.
Because I usually the last 2 years now, I've literally fished, and I've like almost like the last day in October, because October 31st, most of our rivers close, right? Minus a few. But I was fly fishing the McLeod, and there was ice on the banks. Like I was breaking ice going up, up the banks of the river. Yeah, it's it was fun.
Imagine if you fell in and got wet, how cold that'd be. Holy man.
I don't know. It'd be cold.
Oh yeah. Do you have insulated waders or no?
I just wear my normal waders, and I put a pair of long johns on underneath.
Yeah. I don't have insulated ones either, but yeah. Omar says, when does your ice fishing season start? It depends. It could usually, sometimes it's November, mid-November. I think this year was like December early or something. It was messed up with the temperatures. Man, those guys with ice shacks this year too, the time they could actually bring them out was only like a month and a half is all they got on ice.
Oh yeah.
That's not very much for an ice shack.
So like, for going on like timing, my first video I had, because I had it, I edited it.
You had a great video and perfect timing. Your ice video.
Perfect timing, and it got almost 10,000 views.
Yeah, it was like 9.6 last time I think I checked, because when I was looking.
Yeah, I put it up, and it just went blick, 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 blick. It just kept going and going.
Counter. Man, that's cool.
Snap.
Brian, what's your fuel keg one at now? It was at a lot, like 30 some last time I checked.
I think it's at like it's kind of leveling off now, but I think it got up to like 62,000.
That's cool.
Yeah,
it's good feelings, man. Hey, when that does that.
When it was at its peak, you know how I like checking the 48 hour, last 48 hours stat, and when it was at its peak for the last 48 hours, it was getting like 8,000 in 48 hours.
Nice.
It significantly went down. I don't know if it's because I messed with it or not.
Did you change anything, like a title or thumbnail?
The only thing I changed, because now it's down to like 1,000 48 hours, which is still.
It always goes down, and like it's gonna do its thing though.
But the only thing I think the main thing was that fuel keg it started selling on Walmart, and then they started selling on Amazon. So
yeah,
up, but only so many people are interested for so long, and then it's the same people. Somebody logs back on, read about the fuel keg, and they see my thumbnail. I'm like, I already watched that guy's video. Maybe I should change my thumbnail. I don't know, but to trick them. But then the click rate goes down, or then the duration goes down, because they're like, oh, he tricked me back into this video. But the only thing I changed, I'm sorry, I got off topic, was the end screen, because I did a follow-up video to that fuel keg, and so I wanted the end screen to be my follow-up video. That's the only thing I touched. So I don't know.
Change. I know end screens are massive. If they watch your video and click on an end screen and go to another video, it really helps. Like, it's a good thing. Maybe you changed it and they didn't click on it. Your next one you made, then maybe that slowed it down.
And they did start clicking on it more. They started clicking on that end screen, but my views went down still. And I don't think it's, honestly, I don't think it's gonna.
It's always gonna plateau though and go down. But I mean, it's a good video, so you're still always. I bet you still get views on that forever. It's always going to accumulate views though, because it's a good video.
Yep. It might not, have that peak, that where
every video levels off. Even the guys like 1 million subscribers, there's just peters off a little bit and gets its views. If you have the vidIQ thing installed too, there's a free version. You can see like views per hour or whatever, and you can see like lots of those guys' channels are still getting like 5 or 6 or whatever else, like throughout time or whatever. But that'd be like when you'll get.
That's what's cool about like a series of videos, because you can get people to like binge watch.
Yes, exactly.
Especially if it's a good one, like you can get it like the first, and then if you make, it's hard when you do the first one, because you do the first one, and then you go and do the second one. So then what I do is I change the end screen to go to the second one, and then on the second one I change the end screen to go to the first one.
Yes, no, that's how you do it. That's good though. Yeah, that's perfect.
And then eventually you go, and then it's like when you so the season, the not season, but the series finale is this Sunday, right? For the for the last video coming out, and it'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the fourth one, I'll link it back to the first one.
Yeah, oh, that's good. Because you never know, someone might start on the third one or something. They don't and
Exactly.
bounce around. Christopher Robbins, hello. Winnie the Pooh's here.
Oh, dude, it's funny you said that because I was typing
Could
as
be
you said.
Christopher Bobbins.
I was saying, I'm sure you've never heard a Winnie the Pooh joke with that. Beat me to it.
You can still type it. It's good. Yeah. Oh, I had something else to say. What Jason was talking about, and I got sidetracked now. Something about the videos or whatever, but yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I have a big lineup for this year, so
Well, that's what it was. Yeah, your videos. I got done the other second one. I got to watch your newest one, I think. 'Cause you have 3 out now, right?
yeah, it's 3. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to watch that one now. That's what I have to do. It's on my list. It's on my list.
You know, it's funny because I never really realized it. So like on the videos as I'm going through and I'm like explaining like what I've been doing, like little tips and tricks I do for when I'm breaking down stuff, what I'm looking for, stuff like that, right through the whole videos. Um, I think the next one, I do all of it in one lake.
That's
And
good.
it
Informative
works out
then.
pretty good. And then the next one, then there's one more day after that. So it's
Nice.
pretty cool. Like I didn't plan it that way, but that's how it all worked out. And as I was like when I put it all together and I was sitting here racking my brain on how I was gonna tell this story and how I was gonna like portray like talk about it. And then when I got it all done talking about it all, I sat down and was like, wow, that actually worked out really well. Like I didn't
Yeah.
plan, none of it was planned. It was all just I'm going out for this single purpose and doing my
Yeah.
thing, right?
How much planning goes into your dialogue then when you do your voiceovers? Do you kind of script it all out and kind of work with it, or you just kind of start watching your video play and then kind of talk and just back and forth till you get it?
Sometimes if I do it early enough, I will I will rough edit everything. Put it all in there and then rough cut it. Like
Like
just
the narration though part, that too? You'll kind of
well, I'll do that and then I'll watch it and then I'll narrate it after.
okay,
Because I'll do it after like I'll think about it and I'll think about how I want to do it.
right.
And then I'll sit down and I'll either do it on my phone. Normally I do it on my phone at work at the time.
Hey
I'll be
man,
sitting there,
gotta. It's
I'll
the
be
best
at
time to do
work.
it to get paid. That's to get your
Yeah.
double dipping then.
Well, I'll do it like on my breaks, right?
Yeah,
But
sure. Breaks. Yeah.
yeah, breaks, quick break.
That's good.
Or I'll be like I'll sit down like once I get it all rough edited, I'll take a day where I'll think about it and then I'll come home and I'll be sitting down and I'll like take an hour and I'll like write it all out and then either film it or talk about it or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever it's gonna be, yeah.
Your cameras now. It's cool. You got the 2 shots when you're narrating.
Yeah,
Back and forth,
yeah,
back and forth, back and
it
forth.
was
That's
that.
cool.
So like I've been trying to work because there's some different style videos I want to do that like they're not gonna be about me. They'll be like more like interview style videos. And I've been like I'm usually my own guinea pig to test theories out and styles, right?
That's all right.
So I do it because then when I go out and do it with someone, like if I go and ask someone like, hey, can I do like a story on you, right? Because like there's lots of interesting people that you meet over the years when
Oh
you're trout
yeah,
fishing or
good
fishing,
stories too.
right? And you hear like I've heard some really cool stories for some people, and it's like, man,
Yeah, lots of
can I
guys like
tell
to
your
share it too.
story, right?
Yeah, capture that.
So,
That's good. You'll meet a lot of people doing your business now too. Lots of stories. Everybody
yeah,
likes telling fishing
yeah,
stories too. You'll hear a lot on your boat. Did you get? Is it all together now?
oh yeah, yeah.
Sweet. Did you sleep in it? I would have.
I wanted to. Yeah,
That's
I
cool.
wanted
That'll be
to.
fun. So how much does it weigh then with all your without the metal in it, the gear and everything, just like the raft for carrying it around?
It's probably around 8. It's about the same weight as my canoe, maybe a little heavier than my canoe.
Yeah.
I mean, it's twice. It's huge. It's 6 feet by 14.
That's 14 long. I didn't think it's that. It didn't look that big in your video.
You know, it's long. It's 14
Yeah.
feet long and it's 6 feet wide.
So how many people like comfortably for fishing?
So for fishing, it'll like so.
Probably depends if they're
You
all like spinning wheel too, though, opposed to like fly. Hey, you need a
yeah.
little
Well,
more
you
room.
can. It's designed for 3 anglers. So well, one
Gear,
rower
including gear.
and
That's why.
one in the front and one in the back, right? So that I can position like if I'm rowing the boat, I can position the people to fish.
Positions: one in the front, one in the back.
One in the back and
Where are we going with this now?
yeah. No, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it
But
looks neat
with
though.
the like, I'll be able to fit the whole family in it, no problem.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I just read I can get a motor mount for the back, and I
Oh,
can put up to
nice.
a 10 horsepower motor on it.
How much can it hold? What?
A 10 horsepower
10?
motor.
That's lots
Yeah,
for that. Holy cow.
and it's like fully loaded with the oars, the seats, and the frame in it.
Right?
It's only 120 pounds.
That's pretty decent. Then that's what my freaking Bass Raider weighs, or a little bit more than that. It's like 130 or
Yeah,
something. So both the same weight. That'll be
yeah,
fun.
yeah. It's gonna be. My kids are excited. They helped me put it together.
Oh man, yeah, I bet. Hey, are they
Yeah.
bouncing on it too? I'm like,
Oh yeah. It was like a trampoline, man.
yeah. Where did you
Yeah.
get it from? Then you said, what's the
Rocky Mountain Fly Shop.
close by then, or Calgary?
No, it's 2 hours south of me.
Oh, okay, be close
So
to
that
Calgary then, wouldn't it?
yeah, it's about an hour and a half from Calgary.
Hmm. Yeah, I've
So,
ordered
but
some bobbin thread and stuff, and there's one store anyways. There's probably lots of them, but one in Calgary, I forget the name of it, like Iron Fly or Iron something.
Iron Bow River Fly
Yeah, that
Fishing
sounds right.
Outfitters.
That could be it. Yeah,
Yeah, there's the Iron Bow. There's
because Iron was in the name. I remember that. I still have them on my list if I got to get more stuff.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah, it's
nice.
pretty good. Yeah, I'm just getting the insurance and all that. I just got the finalized insurance sent to me today.
Okay,
Get that, and then I can get all the
man.
rest of the pro stuff set up with the companies like Scientific Anglers,
Yeah,
um, just for like the guide rates, right? Because you're buying so much stuff, like it's
helps a little bit. Yeah.
oh, it
And
helps a lot.
we were talking about this earlier, like in Saskatchewan. Remember, we need to buy the guiding rights for like the areas. Like for part of Diefenbaker, it's like 40 or it was like 50 some $1,000 for rights you have to buy or whatever to
Oh
guide,
yeah,
and you don't have to get that in Alberta.
just pick up my fishing license, man.
Wow.
But I
So you
will
guys
say
fight over
this.
your areas then? You whip each other
Eh,
with the fishing rods to get in your spots.
I don't know. Like, if you ever go to Calgary, go to one of the boat launches on the river in the morning.
Insane people.
Oh my God. When I did the guide school, I had heard about it, never seen it.
Mm-hmm.
But when I went down and our first day on the river, where we're literally the first day we get to row down the river, holy snap, dude. There was like 30, 40 people putting boats on the river.
Oh, at least yours, you don't need the dock as much then if you don't have to. Probably a little
No,
easier. Are you getting a trailer for yours or just putting it in the back somehow?
I have a trailer.
Yeah. I guess if you got
Yeah.
air in it, you don't want to deflate it and inflate it all the time. It'd be a pain.
No, it's way too much
Yeah, it would
work
be.
to be going back and forth. Like once it's inflated now, it's gonna stay like that out for the season, and then in the spring or in the fall, I'll deflate it. And
Right.
I
Yeah, it'd be too
can.
much messing around probably.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah, it's cool though. Yeah, it's totally different.
Yeah,
You're gonna love it, dude. I'm telling you.
that would
Like
be. Yeah.
you're
Just to
gonna love
float
it.
a river because I don't have that here obviously at all. It's just the lakes and the little ponds. But just to
Yeah.
go down the river would be pretty cool. How big of an
Brian,
anchor
you're
then?
welcome to come too. You're always welcome to
Yeah.
come.
I love it. I
Come
love
top side here. They'll let you cross the
Come
border.
fly up to Canada, and the three of us will go. We'll go float the red or something like that. I'll try and put you guys on some big browns.
Let's
That'd
do
be
it.
awesome.
Brian's in.
Yeah.
I'm speaking for Brian. He's coming anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, what the hell?
What
What kind of friggin' what software are you using?
I don't even know what it is.
What's that?
I didn't do
was that?
Do it again. Didn't you see your screen? Dude, watch. Keep doing it. There, look. Look at your screen.
You did that.
No. Are you looking at me? I didn't do that. I wonder if it's just the with am I gonna do it? Is it just maybe it's just I don't know what it is. I don't know. It worked for him. I don't know. We look like a bunch of dorks now. That should be a thumbnail for everybody.
Thumbnail.
Why isn't it working now? Is that the focus on me? No. It's got my dumb head in the way. My camera's too good at focusing.
I don't know if it was the live with you guys or when I did the live with somebody else, but one time all of a sudden
You got a bubble.
Yeah, I was gonna say bubbles started popping up one time.
You got a bubble. You got a thumbs up bubble.
Probably because it's so dark in here that anything shows up.
No, dude. It was an animation.
I know. I don't know. How about this one? No,
I just already did that one. Nothing. I just. What the heck? Well, it must be an auto prompt then or something. Because what software you just accepted? You're just using you're like not an outboard software for your streaming right now, are you?
I'm just on my iPhone.
Okay, well then it has to be the software here then. You should do some more digging and see if do some different gestures. Maybe it'll do something else. Well, it's working for Brian all the time. I don't know what's going on, man. Oh, that's good to know. I'll have to investigate that further then. Boo.
Works.
Yeah. Show me the money.
Money.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
What just happened to this the streaming live we did? We went from having like the best conversation we ever had to
I know. Yeah, it gets a little up and down, I guess.
Oh, that's all right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What else are we going to talk about? The main topics are done, which we didn't plan, but it went pretty good.
We did pretty.
We had a good topic.
Playing topics.
Mm-hmm. Analytics. I like talking about analytics. I always have questions about analytics and other channels and everything too.
I could talk about that for almost all day.
You watch them quite closely? I always do quite a bit now, more than ever. You know what's so cool? It's not out yet, but you can add 2 thumbnails. It's pretty soon to your or three actually. You can put 3 thumbnails, and YouTube will test all 3 at the same time, and it's gonna pick the best one and go with that.
Yeah,
Really?
That is insanely cool that they have that feature.
3 that you make?
Yeah, 3 that you make, or you can get an AI generator, whatever you want to do. But you can do 3, and it's gonna pick the best. Because I'm always wondering. I always have 2. One I start with and see how it does, and then I switch it sometimes.
I'll switch it.
And I never. I should switch more than I do, but I often just leave it.
Yeah.
If my click through rate is in the toilet, then I will switch it out. But that's pretty much the only time. I don't like really making the thumbnails that much, so I do the best.
Really? I like doing that.
No, I'm not as as savvy as you, Peter. So I do the best I can. Put like the impact font. That was my big go-to, and once I found
making impact,
they don't even have to be super fancy. The rule of thumb is 3 items in the thumbnail. So like you holding a fish with like a certain like your hook up in the corner or something that has to be very simple and plain. Essentially, is the whole idea, but. I've changed my thumbnails a lot. Yeah, curiosity is the main thing. I don't even put in my titles anymore very much, or my like exactly what I'm doing. Like this technique worked so good. I'll never even give it away anymore. Just like you said, curiosity, try and get more clicks. And no, I don't clickbait it, but just to make you want to watch it. Other than I caught 5 fish with this 5 of diamonds, but it's spoiler. You already told them. You can't tell them that I caught 5 fish with this hook or the secret hook and blurred out or something like that. But
yeah.
I do like when YouTube will every once in a while they'll send you I don't know if they even call it, but they'll send you like say like 9 thumbnails and yours is one of them. And they're like, which one of these would you have clicked on? And I like seeing if mine does stand out. You know what
Yeah.
I'm talking? You ever see that like when you're scrolling through
Yeah.
analytics? Maybe on your phone. I always see it on my phone. I'll be
Yeah.
scrolling through my phone
Like-
and it'll show like 9 thumbnails of fishing related content. One of them's mine. I like to see if did mine stand out or did somebody else's stand out, and if theirs stood out, why? And then I might try to
Right.
not copy but emulate it or do something similar.
Yeah. Find out what works and go with that. That's why I like asking you guys questions too when I send you pictures with thumbnails sometimes. And that's the thing too. I wish I knew more people like you guys to ask thumbnail pictures and shit too, other than guess and check and then switch them. If that one's trash, tell me if it's trash. Don't lie to me.
I still think it's important to kind of keep your brand in the thumbnail. Like, I mean, I know we always want to get new subscribers and get new people looking, or honestly, like your videos that blow up the most are not your subscribers or other people coming in, but I do like
Recommendations if you can get on
I do like my normal, my diehard subscribers. I do like to make a thumbnail where they're like, oh, that's Brian's video. I want to
get the screenshot you just did, Brian's video.
Yeah.
right.
Do thumbs up and all that'd be awesome.
On a couple of my review videos for like my yo-yo one that does really well, I'm in the corner of it going like,
yeah,
and you got
There it is.
Yes.
That's so cool. What the? You know what? It's probably because you said it's darker and it's picking up on your wait. I'll go completely dark. If I had my lighting off, I bet I could be able to do it.
No, it's not working.
Jason's or Brian's got it. Man, good job. There's probably a whole bunch then. I don't know why it's not doing it for me. Yeah, probably too bright. Jason, it should work on Jason's. His is a lot.
I don't know, but it won't work.
I don't know. We gotta go slower then, see if it really picks up on me. Oh, you got balloons!
You want no?
Jeez. He keeps getting all these random ones. Okay, I'm just gonna go up closer.
Is it because it's focused?
There's no way it doesn't pick it up. I'm on focus. My head's not even in the way. People are just tuning in now would probably think we're all have issues in our lives. It's got the balloons again.
Brian's cheating.
Oh God.
It's got to be because of my car. Like I'm just in a black background there.
Hey, it
Best
works.
Recommended fly line.
Oh yeah, we got a fly fishing question for Jason.
Ooh, so I've been testing out a bunch since last year, and what are you running? Like, what weight of rod are you running? 6 weight, 5 weight, 8 weight? That'll generally depend.
Oh, I did look when I was out at the playground yesterday. Mine's a 5 to 6, that Wild River one, because I couldn't quite
okay.
remember.
Yeah. So like, if you want to get more distance on your cast, weight forward fly line. Scientific Anglers is my favorite, but Cortland also makes decent ones and they're a little cheaper. But my favorite is Scientific Anglers. They have really good lines. And they're not like super, super expensive. They have expensive ones, but they're not like stupidly priced. But if you want something, if like you're dry fly fishing, then you want like a level line, no weight forward. It's just it's like a normal taper on it, so that when it hits the water, it doesn't slap the water. It lays on the water. Weight forward will slap the water, but if you got a long enough leader, it's fine. Like you won't spook the fish. So that depends on what you're going for. Like
Jason's like a Wikipedia here.
Yeah, there's a dude. I've done. You don't know. You have no idea how much testing and everything I've done. In the past
That's
year,
good though.
Like, yeah, a ton. Done a lot.
I started finally using it at the end of the last year, the end of the other, or 2 years ago, I guess. I started using sinking line, like when I was running streamers. Has a way better idea.
It is, yeah. So there's a new type of line out now, and it's called. I just learned it.
What does it do?
It's a sinking line, right? But it has different within the line. It has different sink rates within the line. So the middle section will be like a type 2.
Okay.
the mid section will be like a type 3, and then the back section will be like maybe a type 3. So it'd be like 3 or 2 3 2 or something like that.
Okay.
And when it sinks in a U shape. It's really good for lakes because when you're throwing a chronomid or something like that, chronomids when they go, or like certain bugs, they'll go down, and then when they're rising, it'll kind of come up. So as you're
Oh yeah,
stripping it,
you're reeling. It'll go up then or whatever.
it'll go like this, right?
Yeah.
And the fish will think it's a bug going to hatch, or a minnow or
Chow
whatever.
time.
Yeah,
It's
and they
chow
come up
time.
and just obliterate it.
This is like new line that just came out then, or what?
It's like last year or something like
Oh,
that.
I bet it's
Yeah.
super expensive then, probably. Hey,
No, it's
not bad.
No, it's not crazy.
Hmm.
I mean, I guess it depends on what your idea of expensive is, but
I suppose. I'm thinking $5.
it's expensive.
Yeah.
Like I think Scientific Anglers has one for like $80,
Okay.
but they last a long time. Like I have one fly line I've used for like 4 or 5 years.
Like,
If you
how would
take
you
care of
really? Unless you have to break it off or something. But your leader would always break before that, even, right? So
I have broken off a line.
how come?
I was fishing for pike and I
Uh oh.
Oh, no.
Did you
Leader.
freeze? Is Jason still there?
I'm still here.
Oh, there you are. You froze for a second.
Oh,
So you're fishing for pike, and then what happened?
I hooked something. I think it was on a river. I hooked something and I couldn't break it, and so I just went to break off the lure, right? And I just grabbed it and pulled, and I snapped. I don't know, about maybe 5 or 6 feet of my sink tip.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it just snapped.
Oh,
I don't know.
oh, I got another question then. Either like when I tie my leader to my fly line, I started doing the surgeon knot, but just randomly, like the other day, I just did the perfection loop, the 2 perfection loops, and tied them together. What do you choose and why? Or does it
Okay.
matter much, really?
Uh,
I like the perfection
From a
loop. It was easier,
from a
quicker.
professional standpoint, the best way to do it is either if it has a loop, like some have welded loops.
Yeah, the fly line I actually had until like I just actually cut it off a while ago because I was having problems with it. But it was a metal one in the end of the fly line, the little tiny loop.
Yeah. So that is nice. When the problem with doing the loop is if you're on a fly and you're out and you need to just do something real quick. Yeah, it's quick. It's nice if you're changing leaders, like or leaders or sink tips or whatever, then it's
Right.
nice. But if you're not, depending on what you're doing, um you can buy these little loop they're I have these things right here. Oh,
Okay, it's focusing. So that's just
yeah.
a loop. Was that like the piece that goes into the fly line you're talking about?
So it slides over top of the fly line, and then you throw a little bit of heat on it, and it cinches right to it.
Oh, so it basically makes another loop to go onto it, you're saying.
Yeah, it puts a loop. So there's
Okay.
that way. And that way this doesn't when it goes through your guides, it doesn't stop, it doesn't get hit.
Right.
Um or you tie what's the knot, well, I can't remember, my words aren't working. But the knot you tie your fly line to when you're tying your braided line to your fly line,
Yeah.
it's what's it called? I have the tool for
You
it.
can
I
do it with
know.
a surgeon knot though, when you tie 2 separate lines, I think.
Yeah, you can
Styles.
definitely.
But this is another one you're talking about?
Yes. Hold on. I'll get the name of the knot right now. I can't remember.
Is it the will knot? Will
No.
not come loose? Like 3 or 4 big old knots?
Mine. Backing.
But I know what you mean about it snagging through the eyelids and stuff. This is kind of annoying, but yeah. It's nice to be able to cinch it up if you're walking to put your hook in your eyelet and tighten your rod. It's kind of annoying with the big old. I noticed the surgeon knot gets kind of big.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the knot. Why? Fishing.
I feel like a Boy Scout sometimes. Know some knots.
Yeah, I know so many knots, but I don't always remember the name of them.
When it comes to like a basic fishing knot, I just use the regular like blood knot or what's the other regular fishing? It's another name for it. It's just the 5 spins and put it through it and tighten it. That's all I've ever used. What do you use, Brian?
To tie
Just a tie hook, just a random, your basic knot.
like to tie a lure on.
Yeah.
I use the uni knot.
It's
okay.
the Albright knot.
I don't know what. Maybe I've seen it, but I don't know that name. Clench knot. That's the regular other name for blood knot. Blood or clench knot.
I mean, there's like I do like 6 twists and then pull it through.
That's what I do. That's all I ever do. I don't know how many people in comments I made that one video. I just did a whole bunch of videos the one day of different knots. Everyone says this knot's gonna pull through. I've never had a knot pull through ever in my entire life. I don't know what everybody's talking about.
I had one problem ever with the knot I tied where I think it was the knot. I'm talking other than trying to break it off and then the knot comes out. I've only had one issue ever, and I could have. I swear it's because I cut the tag in too short on a.
Just nipped through or whatever. It didn't tighten up fully then.
Went up, and that was when I was doing a leader, and I did a uni to uni, or double uni, what do you call it? I think I snipped my, the tag in. You want to get it close. It's a leader, but I think I snipped it too close, and I hooked into a fish, and I instantly lost.
Look at he's got thumbs coming up again, Jason. He's doing?
I know.
This guy. What kind of witchcraft do you have going on there?
What sorcery is this?
He's throwing up gang signs and stuff's popping up in balloons and everything.
I found a lot of people that tie the polymer knot are like.
That's a popular one.
It's like some kind of cult. Like if you don't tie a polymer.
Oh yes. You ain't fishing unless you know the polymer knot. All your fish are gonna get off. No, they're not, jackass. Just God, people. They're so set in their ways too. You gotta use it.
There's so many knots that'll work fine. I'm an Eagle Scout. There's plenty of knots that you don't have to tie the exact knot for every little thing.
Nope. Yeah. Man. I get a little fancy, like for fly fishing. There's that one knot. I can't think of the name of it, Jason. It's that where it doesn't tighten. It stays open for most action on the fly. What's that one called again? I can't remember this knot now. What?
Loop knot?
Loop knot. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I use that one once in a while.
Yeah, you got your non-slip loop knot, which is basically what I tie for on the end of a fly line sometimes when I'm swapping or whatever. If you get it and you get the knot just right, you can make that little bulb like pretty small.
I have a hard time getting it small. It's usually a little too big, I think. Good night, Maple Cook. See you later. I haven't talked to you in a long time. He's heading there. Oh, if you want to watch a cooking channel and really funny guy, watch Maple Cook. Oh God, he's funny. These are also good videos.
Yeah. But yeah, then there's a few different knots.
Yeah.
I have some that I used to use for like tying both line and leader together. But now I just basically do like I think it's like a blood knot.
Yep, same thing. Clench knot, blood knot, same name. Yeah.
That's all I do for like tying my lines together now.
Yeah.
And I haven't had them. I haven't had them come off with a fish. I've had it break off.
Yeah, that's probably what half the people think, that it came off and it actually broke. Yeah. It's the knot's fault. It doesn't work. No, it broke off. Adjust your drag, rookie.
Yeah. It's reading a loop. I'm trying to find the nail knot. That's the one.
Oh, never heard of that one either.
So that's the like you can buy a nail knot tool.
Is that the one that comes on? Oh no, wait, that's just for a clench knot. Every little fly fishing nippers have those things to make the knot and pull through. That's just for a clench knot. I've never used it though, right?
Yeah.
I think
maybe the nail knot is for like for tying lines together.
Oh, okay. That's yeah.
Yeah,
Not that
when
one
you're
then.
doing your fly line, you tie your backing to your fly line, right? So then
Okay.
put on, and then you loop it around, and then you put it down through, and then you put the fly line on, and then you pinch the fly line, and then you pull the knot off, and then it cinches right down onto the fly
Okay.
line and grips it. That's basically what you use, and that right there is like, even on your fly line to your leader, right? You So what some people will do is they'll take like a 5 foot 3 or 4 foot butt section of like stiffer leader,
Right.
and then they'll tie that to the fly line with the nail knot, and then they'll put a split ring on the tip of that, and then tie a line to that. So then when it breaks off, you're not breaking off your stiffer butt section. So you're
Right.
not switching it
Makes
out as
sense.
often. So
Hmm.
it it works. That's the best way to do it, because it doesn't stick up in your guides when you pull through.
Right.
But 90% of the time, your leader's never gonna go through that when you're catching a fish. Your
Just
fly
when you're
line's gonna go.
freaking walking, you're reeling up to go somewhere else, pretty much, hey? I found
Not
anyways
even
with like a
then.
9 foot leader. My rod's a 9
Not
foot
even
anyways.
Not even then, man. I
Yeah.
don't. Once it comes through to that front eyelet, it rarely ever goes in the back. It goes back in through it
How
until
long are
I'm
your
done with
rods?
it.
What's the length of your
Nine
rod?
foot.
9 foot are they too? Okay.
Yeah. I'll show you a way. So if you take it, what you do is you go from you take your fly, hook it onto a higher hook, like
Okay.
on one of your eyelets, and then you pull your line and loop it around the reel.
Oh, that's what you're doing then, because okay, I just went right to the regular hook and it goes in like 6 inches. But if you do that, then
Yeah, because then what
it
you
would
do is
make
you
it.
get it
Then it
down,
wouldn't.
and when you get to your next fishing hole, you just pull it off the reel, and then you just jiggle it, and it falls right off the hook, and you're
Right.
ready to
That
fish.
makes more sense. Hey Brian, you should get a fly rod. Do you think you'd ever get one?
I think I would be. There's an area near where I'm at where I was casting with like an Arctic spinner and I was catching some steelhead, but the guys who were near me and they were using their fly rods, they were way more steelhead than I was in like this little harbor.
Yeah. You should
There's-
try one. Do like me, the one I just got mine on Amazon, the Wild River one. It was like $100, 110, I think, for like the rod. You get floating line and then the reel. It was a combo. So if I break it, it's not the end of the world. I didn't want to get a good one to start with.
Yeah, I only went fly fishing once in my life. I think I was about 20 or 21 years old with my stepfather, and I loved it. I didn't even catch fish, and I thought it was just fun being out on the river.
It is, and it's fun even getting good casts. I've found it just feels good.
Right.
I remember when we were in Jasper, I took one in the back of the head, but my ponytail stopped it. I didn't feel anything, but I sunk it right in the back.
I think Jason's frozen.
No, I'm not frozen.
No, he's not. Make
No.
some movement once in a while, man.
Yeah, so sorry.
I gotta get it to do this on this. Ah, damn! So it works for Brian every single time. It's got to be. I think this will be too dark with my screen.
It's his pretty face.
Oh yeah,
It likes his pretty face.
we're getting thumbs now. Come on,
No,
garbage. If it
no.
focuses on me, maybe I'll get. You know, everything's backwards in the camera. Left is right, right is left. And I feel so dumb sometimes. I'm trying to get it to work. Come on. Okay. Nope. 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 It won't work, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
What's with Brian and his
What?
witchcraft?
This is driving me crazy.
God. Nope. We gotta be back farther.
No, I was just
That's so dumb. Right? Just keep doing it, man. Jeez.
just look. Oh,
What are we looking at?
hold on.
That's your credit card information, man.
No, it's not. It's just there's nothing to worry about.
No, I was just bugging you.
Yeah.
Too late, I already got it. Screenshot.
My first sale as a
Oh, nice.
yeah.
Do you have a Shopify setup or?
No, I have That was my bank account. I posted for the fly fishing lessons, the group fly fishing lessons.
Oh,
Yeah, so I got 2 guys to sign up
that's cool.
so far, and there might be a third. I'm gonna try and put it out there like at least every second day kind of thing, and
Do
try
you
and go
what are you
ahead.
doing for advertising? Like how what else, like what's your plan for that? Do you know yet?
Right now it's just on my Instagram or whatever. I was gonna actually put an ad out
I was just
and
gonna say, you know what you should do? Put an
no,
ad out. You should go on Facebook and target. Like I used to do ads on Facebook quite a bit, but I haven't done them in a while. Just go in your
yeah,
area. You can literally target your own city if you want. You can target your
yeah,
province and you can target like 100 kilometers outside the city you're in, the place you're in. That'd be a
yeah,
cool way to do it because people will be right on that area. They get the ad and they won't have
yeah.
to go
So
far.
I was gonna do that for sure.
Yeah. And the
Actually, I was gonna
average
do it today,
Yeah,
but then you were
I
here.
forget like the average click like cost per click. It was like I don't know, it's like 5 cents, 7 cents a click. I think is what it was. But
Yeah,
it varies up and down all the time. And you can set your limit like of $20 when that runs out. It'll stop advertising too and everything. It's easy to
hmm,
do. But the fact you can just target your specific areas is awesome. So you could get guys
yeah,
that want to do it in their area. It's not like they're across the country and it'll waste money
yeah.
clicking on it and everything.
Yeah, I've been getting so at the Hooked Up Fishing Gear, they've been getting a ton of people asking about fly fishing lessons, and I have the brochure, and I have the website all set up, and I have the business cards there, and they've been giving them out, but for whatever reason, no one's been no one's been calling, so whatever, it's fine. I'm not too worried about it right now. It's obviously I know this is gonna take time
It does.
to
Everything takes time. It's not
yeah,
overnight.
yeah,
You'll
I
do
gotta
fine though.
I just got to establish that I am around, right?
And word of mouth
So
too. When you get your guys coming in there, they'll be like, "Oh, I went for this guy. It was really good." Then you tell his friends too and everything.
yeah. My plan this year is to try and do at least one a month
Yeah.
throughout the whole summer. I'm
Even
gonna
if you
try
get
and
like
do
one guy 1 month, it doesn't matter. Just keep doing it, and then he's gonna tell his friends. You get five the next month.
yeah.
It's probably gonna be up and down everything too. How many people come, their schedules and
Yeah, and then I
everything.
can get a you know,
A
an
feel for it,
idea.
working with people too and everything.
Well, it's not really the feel for the people. It's more the like when are people asking for it kind of thing or looking for it. Usually obviously it'd be at the beginning of the season, maybe at the end of the season kind of thing, but
Yeah.
um so yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna play around with it, and stupid me though. I put for 2 days, right?
Right.
And that's good. Like whatever, that's fine. If I can fill 2 days, that'd be deadly.
Oh, Brian's bounced. I think his
Oh
internet.
no.
His internet crapped out too. So that's all of
Oh,
us.
and I the one guy went for the 27th, and then because it's 27th and 28th, and one guy went for the 27th, and then another guy's like, well, I can do it on the 28th. So I'm like, I was like, well, I'm trying to because it's a group. The whole
Welcome back.
fly fishing lesson plan is based on a group setting, right? That's the whole point of it.
Right.
And so I'm like, well, whatever. I'm like, well, can you do like the 27th? Because I already have someone booked for the 27th. He's like, well, no, like that doesn't quite work out for me. And I'm like, oh, I'm going, of course it doesn't. So
You're gonna get a
I'm
lot
like,
of
well,
that.
I know. So I think what I'm gonna
Dealing
do
with
next
people, man,
time,
half the time.
what I'm gonna do next time is instead of putting the 2 dates right up front, I'm gonna put one date first, and then it leaves only one option.
Yeah, that works.
So they do or they don't, and then if they get all those, like if I book up, then I'll add the second date.
Right. And since you're like
So
planning all your days too with them, are you taking like a down payment before they get there? Or is it all up front or whatever
they
else?
have to give it to me within a couple days if they
Yeah.
want to book if they want to hold their spot. Because if
That's
they
yeah, that's
don't,
what I mean. Like you gotta give some
yeah,
kind of down payment. Because you imagine some people, there's always gonna be some people that I'm gonna be either they don't show up, they don't give you down payment, and you're out a guy or everything because they didn't show up and everything.
yeah,
Oh,
and then you got to be careful too, because like when I get to booking guided trips, right? Um, Usually it's like some guys will pay all up front or whatever, or it's like half up front, but there's a certain amount that's not refundable because if I booked a day and then you cancel at the last second,
that's like any
that's
other business. That's too
that's my
bad for
day
them.
gone, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Tough
yeah,
titty, said the
okay,
kitty.
yeah,
Milk is still
basically, right?
good. Yeah. That's all right.
I mean, that's the tough part.
Brian
That's
like
just the tough beans part. But it's just like you booked for a guided trip. I have blocked that day off. If
Yeah.
you ruin, like, if you say yes, you can get some back. But or my idea is like, hey, I can't make it. It's like, okay, well, let's book for another day then, right?
Yeah.
But,
That's all right. Oh, Brian, it's probably 10 o'clock. No, it's a little 12 o'clock your time, hey?
Yeah.
We better call it.
yeah, let's go.
I'm getting tired too.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, that was good. That was a really good live.
This was good information all around. And we all had internet issues, even Brian at the end there, twice.
I scrolled down and it refreshed my screen by accident.
Oh, that's all right. Cool. That sounds good. Yeah. Make another stream some other time. Don't want to win. Scheduling is not normal, so it doesn't matter, right?
No.
Give us more thumbs up, Brian. Oh, God, we have to end it there. Goodbye, everybody.
Oh, can I do
Thanks
it
for
now?
watching.
I
It
can
doesn't
do
work
it.
for me, man. I'm so upset with everything. Brian's the... Oh, he's got a different one. He's got confetti now.
What?
I'm going to figure out how to do that.